Welcome to Deck Pass Live. This is the third night of racing here in Columbus, Ohio, the last night on the TYR Pro Swim Series. I am Kaitlin Sandeno, two-time Olympic swimmer, joined by, I always say the one and only, but you really are the one and only, the legend, Jason Lezak.
I have yet to meet another Jason Lezak, so that probably
well,
makes me
how many
the one and
Olympics have
only.
you been to?
4.
How many medals?
8 medals.
See, it's hard to keep up with all your credentials, kind of like big time. Jason, speaking of big time, we had some big time races tonight. The double that we saw from Leah Smith was, in my opinion, completely stud status.
Well, obviously Leah, having the kind of endurance she has, she's able to do things like this. She had a great 400 IM, backing up her 400 free from yesterday, which was great to watch.
Definitely.
You see her here in the middle of the pool, a little bit behind at the 350. She's making a charge here. Really puts that tempo going up on that last 50 for sure.
Yeah, she definitely had a lot of competition in this race, which I wasn't sure if she would see that or not. So she got pushed a lot on that breaststroke, but I know when you're coming down to freestyle with Leah Smith, you better have your A game. And as you see, she brought it here. I'm really impressed by the time that she's able to go in this season with such a huge amount of races on her plate. And like we talked about, that crazy double that she had, stepping it up in the 200 free shortly afterwards.
She came in at 101 on that last 100, especially being unrested. As she talked about yesterday, great finish to that race. She's only a few seconds off her time from last year. Aaron, we're looking at the 200 freestyle. This was a great race as well. You can see Leah on the screen, but obviously we got some other people that are specialists in this race. Comes down to the wire. 157.2. Siobhan Hahi, who won the 100 last night.
And then I was really impressed with Allison Schmidt. I know I keep talking about her, but I'm just so blown away by, you know, we're talking about her comeback. I mean, that's her fastest time that she's been in 2 years. And then obviously Leah Smith's time was equally as impressive, like we said, coming off that 400 IM. So amazing fast swimming. These women, I think, are putting themselves in great positions for an excellent meet at Nationals in Irvine, which is 2 weeks away, which I cannot believe. And it's great to see this level of competition right now. And speaking of this level of competition and some fast swimming, I'm pretty excited because once again, another Sandeno squad member. We have the winner of the men's 200 freestyle here with us tonight, Blake Pieroni. Blake, awesome swim. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. You almost didn't make it here, I heard. It was tough for you to get here tonight.
Yeah, thanks T Swift. It took me an hour and 20 minutes to drive 4 miles.
So you missed warm-up.
I got here while the A final of the 50 was going.
Perfect. So you got a really adequate warm-up.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to incriminate myself too much. I did warm up, but not a lot.
Being a semi-sprinter, I'm not going to call you a true sprinter since you're doing the 200,
yeah.
but warm-up can be overrated. We just got wet, everybody. Yeah, warm-up can be a little overrated sometimes, don't you think?
I think so. I think Coley would think so. One of our sprint coaches thinks so. So,
all right.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well for me.
So what did you think about your strategy tonight in the 200? As we watched, you did take it out fast. You were in the lead and held on.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought I could have. Yeah.
Yeah, take us through this race. It's pretty cool. We get to watch. You haven't even seen it yet, right? So here you go. Take us through this.
Well, here it is.
So last 50 right here.
Yeah.
So I think my second 50 was a little soft, but this last 50 looks pretty good. I could see that whole side of the pool like catching up on this last 25.
You could see them?
Yeah, I could definitely see them. I think they outsplit me by a good bit on the last 50. But yeah, oh gosh, it looks worse. It looks pretty bad from this angle.
You got your teammate here who is a distance swimmer really making the charge there that really makes it look that way. But you did come home strong. You finished well. You are tired, it looks like.
Is that the I need to taper look?
Yeah, probably. I would have liked to have been under 148, but best in season swim, so I can't be too upset with it.
And then your 100 freestyle last night, happy with that as well?
Yeah, I tied my best in season swim, so happy with that. Took that out in the fastest time I've ever, like my best time is what I took it out in the 50 in, so.
Oh, that's great.
23.2.
So maybe you are a sprinter.
Yeah.
A true sprinter.
Yeah, mid-sprinter.
Does that give you a lot of confidence getting ready for Irvine?
Yeah, I'm really excited for Irvine. It's going to be, it's pretty intense because it locks you in for 2 years, but I think, I think it's going to be pretty good meet.
Sure.
Yeah.
I want to kind of touch on the program of Indiana. I mean, they have improved tremendously, and I really truly believe that you are a huge factor in that. Talk about kind of the culture and being on that program and seeing how it's rised over the years and kind of what your impact has been with that program.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. And also, I think like the training group has just evolved into like this crazy thing since I came in summer before my freshman year. It was fine. There was me and a couple other guys, but I mean now it's American record holders, people that go to Olympic teams for their countries, Zach Apple, Zane, all kinds of people that You know, I mean, not just 200 freestylers,
Sure.
but I mean, it's pretty insane. And every day is really, we don't even care about times really. We just race each other every day pretty much.
Right.
It's not like a secret. So.
Is there a lot of trash talking?
It depends. Certain people do better with trash talking than others. So.
We're not all super talented in it, right?
Yeah. So to have a great post-grad program along with the college program, I think adds a lot to that, and it's going to definitely push the younger swimmers as well as the older ones.
Yeah. So now being on both sides, just finishing my eligibility in March, I can see it from, you know, I love training with the post-grads as, you know, when I was in college because, you know, these are Cody Miller, Zane, they're American record holders and things, and they kind of showed me the way to after college life and how to be successful. And now as a pro, you know, I think it's great trying to inspire and kind of raising the bar in practice for the younger kids.
Definitely.
So yeah, I think it's great.
What are you looking forward to going into Irvine this summer? We're less than 3 weeks out now.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things. I'm looking forward to taper, and I'm just looking forward to going like best times. There's a lot of barriers that I want to get under. You know, I want to be maybe 47 and 145 in my 2 main events, and maybe throw down a half semi-decent 50 time.
I like that.
Well, those times will definitely qualify you for the Pan Pacs and World Championships, so I'm looking forward to watching that. We're going to be there at Nationals cheering you on.
Definitely cheering you on. Sandeno squad in the house.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You won. Go ahead. Say it.
You can say whatever you want about the Lezak squad. It won't hurt. Caitlin's already said it.
Thank you so much for joining us. Don't
Thanks
go
for having
anywhere. We are going to touch on some highlights featuring Chase Kalisz and go over the point standings as of yet. Speaking of. And we are back. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Let's get into some of these points updates. This record board, or the points are all over the leaderboard right now. We had a lot of back and forth between Chase and Zane. Obviously, Chase has put up some awesome swims that we're going to see shortly, but Zane
just came in second in the 200 free to add to that point total as well. So on the women's side, you got Leah Smith doing a couple events tonight. She's coming up on the rest of the field who is not here competing, so she's definitely making up some ground.
And now Kelsey's tied with Katie since Katie's not here. But going back to Chase, I mean, talk about a stud, talk about this double, this 400 IM. I mean, look at that.
I mean, he has a pretty big lead. We saw it this morning. He was just on cruise control. He stepped it up a little bit. Still a lot slower than some of his other swims at some of these Pro Swim Series. Obviously, he wasn't pushed in this race. He's got Nationals coming up. I'm sure his focus is on that, not the time coming in here at 4:14.
And he touched on a little bit that he was training at altitude, how to actually come home because he wasn't feeling very well. So, you know, you don't know with a little bit of an illness or a bug, but obviously a great swim, still winning, putting up incredible times, racing for that BMW. I mean, he won it last year, so he's trying to renew that BMW lease for one more year. I mean, to me, that's a lot of incentive. What about you, Jason?
Oh, definitely. It's going to come down to Nationals, and as we know, Nationals are worth double the points, so it's going to be great to watch these two battle out for that BMW.
Yeah, most definitely. So the 50 free, Jason, one of your
That's one of my events, right?
That's your
so
jam, right?
Obviously, Michael Andrews swam an amazing 21.6 this morning. Probably shocked everybody. I don't know if it shocked himself. He loves to swim fast in the morning, and he comes up tonight. Great start. He's in the lead already at the 15. Has a pretty good tempo, and as you can see at the halfway point, he's already got a half a body length on the field. You know, keeps strong all the way into the wall. I felt like watching the morning race and then watching this race, it seemed like he buried his head a little bit here towards the finish. That might have slowed him down a little. 21.70, just 1/100th off this morning. Another great swim.
Right. He said he was trying to get Nathan Adrian's record that he put up for the series. So just a little bummed to be off of that. But, you know, Jason, I'm not a sprinter by any means, but that seems like a pretty big lead to be winning by in a 50, right?
That's a huge lead to win by in a 50, whether it's at a Pro Swim Series or any other meet. So I know he's really pumped of how he did. He's made some serious strides in that event over the last couple years, and I'm sure he's going to be a factor in Nationals in a few weeks.
Well, let's get to the women's 50 freestyle. Always exciting race to watch. you know, from start to finish, it's just boom, it's over.
Yeah, Margot Geer had an amazing swim again this morning. She was 24, the only woman under 25 this morning. She took it out well, but Kelsey Dahlia is staying pretty close to her. Known for the 100 butterfly, obviously winning the 100 butterfly yesterday, being an Olympian in that. But Margot has that lead. She's holding on strong. As you can see on the middle of the pool, Margot's in lane 4, Kelsey's in lane 5. Kelsey really finishes strong. I wasn't quite sure who was going to win that, but Margot coming in 24.82. Kelsey right behind her at 24.9.
Yeah, she seemed pretty content with her, you know, her performance with her after race interview. And again, I know I keep saying it, but I mean, this is big time in 2 weeks, and Blake touched on it. I mean, this team that people are trying to qualify are not just this summer, next summer, kind of a lot of pressure, but I feel like there has to be a lot of people with great confidence coming out of this meet, because wouldn't you say in general it's been some pretty impressive fast times?
Yeah, definitely. As I said, Michael Andrew did a best time. Margot Geer's best time is 24.7, so she was right there, just off. And
you know, these sprinters, they like their rest too, so it's only going to get faster. So 200 freestyle women, which I was like really excited to see today with Allison in there and with Leah in there also. I know I keep talking about it with Allison's comeback and stuff, but this chance for this relay, I think the relay is going to be phenomenal, the 4x200.
Is it giving you memories from 2004?
A little bit of
We were
memories.
talking about that race earlier. We can talk about more off camera.
I know. I'm sorry I'm getting totally off subject, but I think the future is so bright for USA Swimming. It's so great to see, but I also love seeing our veterans that are coming back, because, you know, we need those leaders. We need those captains. You're a captain, phenomenal, but it's great to see these young up-and-comers, but I love to see people like Allison Schmidt staying in the sport, because I think she's so great for the sport.
Oh, definitely. I love watching her swim. I think she's going to do really well this summer. 2 more years leading up to the next Olympics. So with that said, I'm sorry that we're going to have to say goodbye to Kaitlin, because she is leaving. This was her last show.
Thank you for
having me. She won't be there tomorrow, but I will be here tomorrow.
Good hands.
I'll be hosting by myself.
You got this.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to miss you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for following us. We really appreciate it. Thank you for all the kind words, and go USA Swimming.
All right. We look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Have a good night, guys.